Hello, hello. It is
Hello.
Sarah Ayler from softluxcompany.com. I'm here with my good friend Joyce Trowbridge, who's also my coworker, but today she is sitting in her Just Beat It hat, and she will be showing a Just Beat It design. But to get started, I wanted to point out that we are doing Joyful Beading this month. This is something we've been doing since the pandemic. It is an opportunity to use a daily prompt to inspire you to get creative. Kristen puts together the calendar with a little help from the marketing team, but it's mostly Kristen fueling the fire on this one. And she's put together a really lovely calendar for the month of September. Each day that you participate, you have a chance to win a $10 store credit. Which is a lot of fun. And we announce the winners on Mondays. So the first set of winners will be announced next Monday on September 11th when we kick off Customer Appreciation Week, which is going to be a ton of fun. So I think we're all ready. Is that right, Joyce? I don't see your hand cam in here. So I'm going to pop that in and see how that goes. Does that sound okay to you?
Yes, I got it now.
We had some last minute glitches we were trying to work out. So I'm sorry to be a little late today. Thank you everybody for being so patient with us as we figured out the issues. I see you found our free beads giveaway. It's not free kit today, it's free beads, and I will be giving away the Halloween Hustle bead strand to some lucky winner at the end of the show, but you must be present at the end to win. So be sure to comment with hashtag free beads and then stick around and see if you are our winner. What's everybody up to today? I see a lot of free beads people getting in there. You only need to tell us once. It'll only count you once. All right. How's it going, Joyce? Do you feel good
It's
now?
going well. I am. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Technology is so annoying sometimes, you guys. It's so annoying.
I thought I had it figured out too. I thought I remembered what I did the last time.
Well, now you're ready for Customer Appreciation Week.
Exactly. This is a great little practice. We're just gonna do this setup. I know what I'm doing.
On the bright side, you don't have to relive this next week.
I'll take any bright side.
Oh, funny. So Joyce has a bracelet to show us today. And then also, I think she still has some kits left for next week. So she's going to give us a little peek at that. Are you still doing the same colorways that you started with on the kits, Joyce? Or did you add a new colorway?
I do have a few of the, a couple of 3 of the colorways that we started out with. And I have the beads there so we can show them. The original, I did track down some more beads, so I should be able to get them. They look like they should be coming on Monday, so hopefully I'll be able to pop that on. But I have I have a purple one in the mix, and because of course I have to do a purple one, and I think another a red one. That started.
I love red. I see Sarah James is here. If you missed it, Sarah James and I unboxed our Monster Mash jewelry party kits in a video about an hour ago. You can go back and watch it on replay on the Softluxe Company YouTube channel and see what exactly is in those kits. We also have a great deal going on, $10 off of any order with a kit that's over $59 at softluxcompany.com. And we've got 3 kits to choose from. We've got our Customer Appreciation Week kit, which is the fairy mushroom. I don't think that's sold out yet. Might be getting close though. Monster Mash jewelry making party. And then we've got Halloween Hustle, which is our monthly Halloween kit. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's based on a kid's book that my kids love. Super cute. I'm going to probably have to break it out. It's so worn out though. It's like one of those books I've read so much that the pages are like coming out of it, but it's a good one.
Those
So
are the
that's
best
the
books.
theme. That's the theme for our kit for the month. So you can get any of those kits, get $10 off as long as your order is over $59. I see there are only 10 of the Customer Appreciation Week kits left in the fairy mushroom theme. They're super pretty, you guys. Don't miss out on that kit. We're going to be using it a lot next week during Customer Appreciation Week, which I wonder, do we have the, let me look and see if we have the schedule. My computer is acting super slow. I was wondering if we have the Customer Appreciation Week schedule loaded in here, but I don't see that it's been loaded up, unfortunately. Yet. We'll probably have it up for next week. But we will be kicking things off on Monday of next week, and we will have 3 videos every day for 5 days in a row. So it is going to be a very busy but very fun week. What day are you on, Joyce?
Monday. I start out the week.
Yeah. So Joyce and Sarah James are on Monday, and I feel like there's someone else too, but without the schedule, I'm not sure.
I am forgetting.
I live in the moment. I can't. I don't have that memorized yet. I don't even have it memorized which ones I'm doing exactly. I got.
Oh, that's right, Cassandra.
I know Kristen and I talked about it like 3 times, but I still don't have the schedule clear. What's going to be happening? I don't know. Anyway, let's look at Joyce's design for today.
Today we are going to do the Turkish Delight bracelet.
Do you have a kit for this?
Yes. These are up right now in all of these 5 colorways. So this is the seafoam green and silver.
Okay.
And we have a aqua lavender with copper, which I'm going to be showing today.
That's pretty.
A black and vintage bronze.
And this is in your Etsy shop, is that right?
Yes. Yes, it's on our Etsy.
Okay. And we'll get a link up there for that just shortly.
Oh, yeah. Just a heads up. I think I saw Stephanie saying that she's trying to get a kit. For the cough for next week. I disabled it today because there was a mishap on inventory count, and so I'm going to fix that tonight, and it'll be back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be back up tonight when I get the right count. There was when I had someone help me count, they thought 2 colors was the same, and it's not, so I had to change.
Oh. Okay.
And then a red and gold.
Just right after this, Stephanie, I'm going to tell Joyce to go fix that.
I know. I'm going to fix it.
Not even later tonight. It's going to be like right away.
It's got to get fixed now. Yes. I know. I know.
So pretty. I love that top one is so fairy mushroom garden that I can't stand it.
I know.
That's so good.
That's exactly my inspiration. Well, the beads were inspired, but that is the mushroom fairy kit is like definitely my color.
Yeah, your kind of colorway for sure. So pretty. All right, what are we making? We're making a bracelet, right?
We are making a bracelet.
And we are going to start while you're showing that
center part. Now I'm using the kits are going to be with 18 gauge wire. I have done this with 20 gauge before, so if 18 is a little hard to manipulate, you can do it with 20. I like the 18 because it gives it kind of this stiffer, kind of almost cuff-like feel when you wear it. But we are going to put little clasp on it and make it kind of linked so it's not going to be as cuffy when it's all finished. But if anything, you're definitely, if you could get away with at least doing these 2 support wires in 18, Sometimes it's nice to have the 20 gauge in the center for the beads if your beads have smaller holes. These fit on the 18 no problem, as you can see, but other beads don't always fit on the 18 gauge. I'm going to pull these beads off for a second. We're going to go over how to do the center part first. I have 3 pieces of 18 gauge, about 6 inches. You can go a little bit more, but 6 inches is enough. I always like to kind of err on a little longer just in case, just to make things easier. You can smooth them out a little bit more if you want to start out with them a little straighter. I kind of just smooth them as I go. That's the way I do my wire. I'm going to gather the 3 together. And you're going to use either round, I like to do them all together, but when you use round nose pliers, because it's cone shaped, sometimes it's hard to bend all 3 the same size loop. So you could do one at a time. I'm going to cheat though and use my memory wire pliers because since they are solidly the same size, it makes it easier to bend multiple wires at the same time. I like to do this on the larger side of this. And I'm just going to bend those around and get them kind of even, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I like to kind of kink the wire a little so that there's a little bend there on that side, and do the same thing on the other so that the 2 kinks kind of meet together. Now I'm going to take a 4th piece of wire, just any length. I usually cut about a foot long. And we are going to, what we're started out with is the loop here, and we're going to bind them together a whole bunch of times to get it nice and firm. This is another spot that if the 18 gauge wire is a little too heavy to wrap around for you, doing it with 20 gauge is nice. You can even go down to 22 gauge. Anything smaller, you have to kind of play with it a little bit more. I'm going to try to get these little wires to be closer together and not so far. And before I bind them, we're going to cut some of these off. I want the little tail to be even. So I'm going to cut the same, make them all even.
Joyce, I see a question here. Jan is asking, what time to buy on Etsy? I want to support Joyce.
Oh, thank you, Jan.
As soon as these video, you got to figure out that
let's
kit.
See, we're going to say by the time we're done here and I do my count, I should have it by, I would say 5 o'clock. We're just going to be safe and say 5.
By 5 o'clock, everybody. And we can put it in our email tomorrow too, Joyce, if they haven't already made the email, or the day after. I think Kristen's here, so she can add a link to that.
Right.
You know people who know people.
I do know people. I got the inside. So
I came over by you today, Joyce. We did a field
trip. I saw that. I was like really tempted. I really wanted to go there because that's one of my favorite places to go.
Really?
My grandma used to take me when I was little. Every
Oh,
season they would redecorate it in different ways, and she would take us. And
oh.
yeah, I love going there.
Well,
And
maybe
when
we
you're
can
there,
go at Christmas time because I know Adeline was telling me that she really enjoyed going, but we went with a big homeschool group. And so she couldn't always get up close to things because there were a
yes,
bunch of kids. And so she was like, really wanted to see, this or that better.
yeah,
So, but maybe we
Christmas
could go
is
at Christmas.
great.
That would be
Christmas,
fun.
they decorate so it's so fun. It's very quaint, very pretty because it's like they do it time period. So
Mhm.
it's everything is like naturally, like just
Uh-huh.
it's nice.
So what we're discussing is I took the girls on a field trip to John Muir's house that he lived in for about 15 years when he was older. He inherited it from his in-laws, and it's now a national park. And they gave us the most beautiful visit with a park ranger. We had a 2-hour tour, so much information. It was really quite lovely. And
Okay,
it's in
doing
Martinez,
this.
California, which is right between me and Joyce
Yep,
for a little geography.
just right in between, just down the street, practically. It feels like. All right. So then once you have enough wraps to keep this kind of in place, where it's going to move until we build up the beads. So I'm just going to cut the extra wire on this wrap.
Bridget,
And
I think she's using 18 gauge wire.
I am using 18 gauge, yes. Wrapping goes a little bit easier with the 20. So if you're having problems, pull out your 20. But I like the look, the chunkiness of the 18. So I suffer through it for that reason.
It's worth it to you, huh?
Yep, worth it for me. So I'm just putting this back on so that I can get them lined up because sometimes they don't want to stay lined up. And scooting my little coil back onto it.
And to be clear, it was 5 p.m. Pacific when Joyce would have those
oh,
kits
yes.
available. And the kit that you're doing right now is available. It's
Yes.
just the customer appreciation week kit that had
Absolutely.
to be hidden.
Yes. All right. So then I'm going to spread those 3 apart, and the center one, I'm going to put one 6mm fire polish on. And then I'm going to cross the other 2 around that bead. Like that. And don't worry if these move a little bit. You can always redo, like I'm probably going to end up redoing this wrap here because right now under the camera, it's not wanting to stay as easily as it usually does. So I'll probably, once I get this secure over here, off camera, redo it so it looks nice. So if that happens to you, don't worry about it. You can always redo. You just need something to kind of brace it first. And I'm going to take my wrapping wire and wrap around twice. Around here, where it crossed over, I'm going to cut off these wires, the extra wrapping wire, not the 3 main wires. Take my chain nose pliers to press these down. them in. Later, I might just go and tidy up those ends. I'm just going to leave that for now and go for the next. I need.
It's looking beautiful.
Oh,
That dark color with the purple is so pretty.
I like, yeah, this metallic purple is so pretty. Now I'm going to check another in the middle. We are going to add another fire polish. And then we have this like large tiara cast. Gotta still use them while I have them.
I know. We got to put in our order, Joyce.
Yes, we do.
I've emailed Joyce at least 6 times in the last 3 days. I'm like, we got to put in a tiara cast order.
Yeah.
Joyce, we got to put in a tiara cast order. She's like, I know. Hello. I know.
We got one in.
I know. I'm just nervous. Everyone's ordered. So I'm like, oh, there's going to be nothing left.
Yep. So then I just put my fire polish, my tiara cast, my crown bead. This is a Czech Republic bead, another tiara cast, and the fire polish. And then I'm going to just frame this around and cross it on the other side. I don't blame you, Jan. I see that she's hoarding her tiara cast. I have personal tiara casts that I am definitely hoarding. It needs to be something special now.
Hopefully things will work out and they won't close their doors.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was just shocking that would even be something that's possible.
I know.
What?
How could that be? Now I'm going to wrap around here on this side with my wrapping wire. Twice. Now you're going to try to cut on the same side. And since this is my cutting side that I've been showing you, I'm going to continue that. And what I'm going to do though, after I've wrapped this, is I'm going to kind of pull this tight and flip it over and start forming it into a bracelet, because if you leave it flat, it won't form as well because these are big beads. So we want to just form it into a curve. Use a mandrel if you have one. I like to let these 2 framed support wires to go underneath the beads a little bit. And then it's the last fire polish in the center. Cross over. Well, got to remember to cross over on the same side though. Oh, yeah, that's the same side. There we go. Crossed over on both sides. Pulling that wire a little tighter. Now I like to get this started with a wrap here before I start doing the major wrapping. So I'll take one side and start. Now at this point, you got to get it nice and tight. So sometimes I can't do it with my hands. So I grab another pair of pliers. I like hold it down and I twist with the pliers around to get this a little tighter. Because then you're going to want these 2 that are sticking outwards to be bent to go along with the wire, the center wire, because we need to make the last loop on this side. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers or my memory wire pliers, whatever you're using to make your loop again on this side. Cut the extra wire off of the 3 pieces. And then
What
now
is your favorite kind of jewelry project, Joyce? Do you like working craft wire, or do you like seed beading, or
oh gosh, wire is my first love. It's what got me into beading first. So I do tend to grab wire often, but I love seed beading. I love just stringing. I really love it all. I solder. I do it all. I love making jewelry.
Me too. I know. I feel the same way. I am, I'm not a seed beater, but I am starting to be one on the weekend.
Hey, if you could do it on the weekend, that's great. I think that's okay. It's like, I think we need to always have that one thing that's like your weekend thing.
Yeah.
You do these other stuff all the time, but every once in a while,
be the expert on that particular item, but I'm starting to enjoy doing it more.
Yeah, just do it for fun. So then you would just get that all nice and neat the way you want it. I'm not going to take time to do that under the camera. I'm going to pull this one up. That's ready to go. And we're going to make the links.
This looks like a really cool bracelet that you could make in Halloween colors too.
You could do this with so many beads. I think, those fun like one-ofs for the center, and then everybody has like fun accent beads as long as it goes on the wire. And like I said, you could use a thinner wire for that center one, so then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm definitely in a Halloween mood after my unboxing with Sarah James. So I'm over here making wizard necklaces for my kids.
I love that. We have such great Halloween stuff now.
I know. I've been buying this wizard charm, thinking how much they would love to have a wizard necklace. So I'm taking advantage of the time to make it for them.
I think that's a great idea. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Is it your favorite?
Yes. I love
like
Halloween.
I think Christmas is my favorite, but I do love Halloween too.
I do love Christmas, but there's something about fall and Halloween that I just can't get enough of. It doesn't, my birthday is October, so.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that.
Yes.
Now I like to do the hinge because it is 3 together. I like to do like a triangle link on that one instead of a round link. And I accomplish that with my chain nose pliers by taking and grabbing the width that I want and just bending, crossing them over. So I got a little triangle, even out my triangle a little bit. Hey, I think October, other months are great, but October is where it's
October has your heart.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, mine's the 21st, and then
Uh-huh.
Halloween is the 31st. And for some
Uh-huh.
reason in my head, it was like, well, yeah, 10 days later, that's when you celebrate my birthday. I don't know. Just,
Right. Yeah. Right.
that was because of me.
They're interconnected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way about spring. My birthday is in May. So when spring starts hitting, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yep.
it's my
Yeah.
birthday.
And so I just make a triangle link on there, add the beads. I like to make a longer link to start for and so I just fire polish and then a 6mm daisy spacer and another fire polish. Did that on both sides, ending with just a round loop. And then the last bit is to make a hook. Now you could, if you wanted to, just attach a clasp. If you have a favorite clasp, you're like, I don't want to use a hook, or I don't want to make the hook, because sometimes making hooks feels very intimidating. But so you can put whatever you want on. You can use a jump ring, or before you start wrapping up your link, attaching to your clasp. But I am going to show how to make an S hook out of the wire. So I have a piece that's about 6 inches long. Doesn't really need to be that long, but that's what I have. And I like to start out with my round nose pliers, about an inch and a half, 2 inches down from one end. I usually kind of just use my finger and go about half of a finger, down to my second knuckle, and just make a really tight U bend at that end. So I have this really tight bend. I like to squeeze this bend together and get it even tighter, like that. And I did that with my chinos pliers. Sometimes I will do it with my round nose pliers if I want to give it a little extra. If I want that gap to go away, I do it with the chinos pliers. If I want that little, just to have like this little teeny space, it gives it a kind of neat detail. I use my round nose pliers to squeeze it in a little bit more, so it still has that little opening. I don't know why I like that, but I do. And then you're going to take your round nose pliers on the thickest part. Now this depends on how big you need this hook to be. Sometimes when you get these links on, you may want to make a very large hook to make it easier to put it on and off. And sometimes you want to make it a little bit smaller. So either go to about midway or go a little bit closer, but you want to kind of just eyeball that little end, like where you want that of the hook to be. I'm going to go with a larger one this time. So I'm going to go further down in, go about probably like an inch or 3/4 of an inch or so, and wrap around. If you want it big and loopy, you can always take like go around a pen or pencil or something else. Ooh, actually, I have a pencil right here. Let's do that. And it makes a bigger, rounder, loopier hook. And when I do that, I like to get the little tip like towards these. Do you see how they kind of almost meet, but it leaves that teardroppy shape that makes a really pretty hook. Look. Right where that hook, the end of the hook ends, I like to grab with my chinos pliers the wires together and lift up so that now it's kind of like more like a shepherd's hook, I guess. And I like to take this little end and flip the little end up too. So that just really adds a nice little detail.
It looks great.
Okay. Now we are going to that part that I made the hook. I'm going to just cut off some of that, just in like the part that I want to wrap over. So I'm just leaving a little bit of a leg to wrap. Now, if you find you did your hook and it's like too small, like at this stage, you go, oh, that's kind of small and you need more length, you can always add a bead right here. And then you can just wrap over the bead and wrap over on top of this. Or you could just, I'm just going to make the hook itself. So I'm going to take my round nose pliers. Oops. Flip here. And right at the end of the short wire, I'm going to just make a wrapped loop. And I'm going to make sure that when I'm wrapping this wire, that I'm catching this end. Now, if I've already put these links on, you want to make sure you attach that before you wrap. Or you're going to either need to use a jump ring or something, or remake it. That's another thing that we could do. You could always save this one for something else and then remake it. I am going to say you do kind of want to make sure when you're planning this that your hook is kind of side. This one's not sideways. Where's my, I usually like my hooks sideways so that it's like basically like this. So you want to make sure that your orientation of your loops are right so that it will end up being easier to hook on. So I have this, and you need to have it hooked so that when you're in that orientation, it makes it so much easier to put a hook and eye on as a bracelet. So I'm just going to wrap around, and this just makes a really nice secure. I've done this kind of hook with 18 gauge, 20 gauge, 20, even with 22, and it holds up really nice because you're wrapping over that little tail, so it makes it secure. You don't have to worry about it pulling out. And again, if this is hard to do, grab another plier. Try not to do this under a camera. It makes it so much easier.
The camera makes everything so much harder, I swear.
I know. It's like, whoa, it looks like I'm farther away from it than I am. I really only have like, I don't know, 5 inches to work under here.
I know. And wire, especially like wire is really like, it can really be annoying.
It needs space.
Yeah, it needs space. Try not to do this under a camera.
I always forget
Tight
how
spaces.
much space wire needs until I'm doing it under a camera.
Right.
But that's okay. It's fun. And we're all here together. That's
It's
all
a
about
challenge. If nothing else, it's a challenge.
Yep. It entertain, and then you don't feel as bad. It makes it look like I'm just as fumbly, and people go, oh, if she could do it, I could do it. If I make it look too easy, then people might not realize they could do it.
That's true. That's
my hook. So I don't know, the bracelet that I just saw, this is actually the inspiration of the bracelet. that we are doing today. This is a bead, one of the very first beads that my dad made 20 years ago. And I wanted to make for his lamp work bead, I wanted something that really just made that pop. And so I came up with this design. And in this case, I needed it to make it a little bit longer. So I made a extra link here. So you can always, you don't have to just do the 2 links. Depending on the length that you make this part, you can always add more links here. There's so many ways to do it. So lamp work beads are great because they usually have large holes. So on the 18 gauge, it works great. Your accent beads might be a little harder to find things to work for it. But so that I don't have any kits for, but I do have kits for this one in the seafoam green and silver, in the aqua lavender copper that we worked on today.
So pretty. So pretty.
The black vintage bronze. The black AB. This one is silver. I'm using pewter, the pewter, so it's a little darker than the bright silver one here.
Very Renaissance festival.
Yeah. And
Love
then the red and gold. The ruby red and gold.
So many good comments about how beautiful your bracelet is, Joyce.
Thank you.
Will you show us your Customer Appreciation Week bracelet?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
The kit that's going to be up by 5 p.m. Pacific. Eastern.
We have. Yes. In our colorways, we have these are the main colors with copper as the
those
metal.
flowers.
This is the woodland garden.
Woodland garden.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, get the woodland garden. Those flowers are so pretty.
There is the tropical.
Oh, that's fun too.
And then the autumn.
Oh, how will you choose at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern?
I don't know. The tropical has antique silver, the woodland has copper, and the autumn has antique brass.
Do you have a finished design to show us?
What?
Do you have a finished design to show us from the Customer Appreciation Week?
I believe the original one is missing.
Oh no!
I know.
You can see a picture on our Customer Appreciation Week page, and then I imagine on your kit too.
Yes. It is on our Etsy thing. You can see the design on there, and then these pictures of these beads will go up on there by the 5 p.m. So that
you can making this next Monday.
Yes,
so,
and then next Monday we're gonna have 2 other colorways that I'll be showing.
Ooh.
So there's one that's a little more blue, one that is purple, and one that is red.
Oh, Becky says, let's see what Becky says. Becky says, I bought the woodland without seeing any pictures, and now I'm so glad I bought it on faith. It's gorgeous. You're going to love it.
Good.
Becky, that's right up your alley. It's going to be so pretty. And then Nicole said that autumn color scheme is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the autumn one.
They're all really good. I like the tropical one too. I know there are some of you out there that love a good tropical outfit and colorway. And I know that one is going to be really, also love turquoise and purple. Is it
Mhm.
purple or dark blue? It's like a purple, isn't it?
It's actually blue. It's like a
Is it
lapis.
blue?
Yeah. The bag
It's
makes
so
it look
pretty.
purple, but it's
Like a dark blue. Oh,
a
so
very
pretty.
dark
And then that
lapis
bright
blue.
papa green.
Mhm.
Yes, I love it. Okay, those are going to be on sale at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on Joyce's Etsy page. So
Yes.
that is where you will go to find those. That is separate. Joyce is doing this for Just Beat It, although she works for Softflex. This is her kit for her personal business. So you'll go to her Etsy page to buy these. I think it's
Mhm.
giveaway time. What do you think,
Yeah.
Joyce?
I think so.
All right, I'm
It's
coming
perfect
back.
time for giveaway.
Coming back to the 4 screens. And there we go. I made 3 little
Oh, perfect.
wizard in training. Look at how cute this little charm
It's
is that you can
so
find in the
cute.
softflexcompany.com shop. My kids love Harry Potter. We're currently reading the latest illustrated one. I think it's I don't think it's Half-Blood Prince yet, but I can't remember which one it is. It's the one after Goblet of Fire. Anyway, we're reading it at night again. We took a break because they were feeling it was a little too scary at night, but they're back at it. I think it's because Halloween's coming. They're
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
wanting to read it every night. So I made them
Nice.
their own wizard in training necklaces. I think I'm going to
Mhm.
make a 4th one for a buddy that they hang out with a lot that wears his Harry Potter costume every time we see him.
Oh, wonderful.
Because he needs one. But these packages come with multiples of the charms. So if you've got a few kids in your life that you want to do something like that for, one package is going to do for multiple necklaces to make a cute little set. I could see it being really fun for like a Halloween party or Halloween get together. Anybody who has kids or grandkids, or just want to send it to them because you don't live nearby, you could always do like a magical crimping plier kit and then throw in the charms. So, and then maybe a tube of rolla beads, and you've got everything they need, and it won't cost a lot to get them going. So, and then you can do it over Zoom if you want to, or FaceTime, and spend a little time with them and bead. So I always love to encourage beading with kids, and at the holidays is like the best time to do that. So this is the bead strand that I'm going to be giving away. This is your last chance to put into the comments hashtag free beads in order to enter to win this beautiful strand. It's our Halloween Hustle bead strand. Let me go to our giveaway page. I was thinking of making one of these wizard necklaces for myself now using the fancy beads. You guys can have the rollas. The fancy strand is going to be for Mama.
Yeah. Mama deserves it.
Okay, let me share the screen. Giveaway. Let's see how many entries we have today. We've got 63 people so far, and there are over 90 of you watching. 95 watching. We were up to over 100 not too long ago. So if you want to enter to win this beautiful strand of beads, this is your last chance. Comment hashtag free beads. It's going to be artificial intelligence. I don't know. What do we call this? An automatic giveaway picker. It's not me. So name in, and then we're going to randomly choose a winner, right? Oh, they're coming. There's 71. Anybody else? Last chance. I'm going to draw right now. There it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Wild on Facebook. Pat, let us know you're here in the comments. You must be present to win. you're going to email info@softflexcompany.com. Let them know you want a Halloween Hustle bead strand. Thomas will do the same. And then someone will ship that out to you shortly. Let's see, is Pat here? Oh, Pat, I think it was on Facebook, right? Yep, Facebook. Yeah. Pat, are you here? I'm on pins and needles, Pat. Oh, there she is. Or he. She or he is here. Did you catch that, Thomas? There it goes. Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations,
Wonderful.
Pat. Email us so we can get you your prize. We are so happy to be able to give you a free bead strand. Joyce, thank you for spending time with me today. I know it was a little bit of a hustle there at the beginning to make everything work. I know you have a ton going on. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me and showing us such a great project. If you want Joyce to have her own Softflex jewelry making show, please click the like button so that we can show Joyce that this is important and we have to make it in our schedule somewhere. Who wants to see Joyce do a weekly show? Every week almost.
I think that would be so fun.
No pressure, Joyce.
No pressure at all. We'll just do it on live.
Give us lots of hearts and thumbs up and let Joyce know. I've been slightly pressuring Joyce behind the scenes because she's such a talent. She has so many different things that she can do. And I think she would have such a great, fun show for all of you. So I think I'm inching her that way. But if you want to help me pressure Joyce, go ahead and click that heart button or the thumb up. Let us know so that she can see this is a worthwhile endeavor. No, thanks everybody for being here with us today. We had such a blast. We will not be doing Whatnot on Friday. I'm going to be on a ship in the Pacific Ocean looking for whales. That sounds crazy, but it's true. I'm going on a field trip again on Friday, and we're going to go whale watching. I don't know if we'll see any. If I do, I'll post a picture, but no Whatnots this week. Next week, we'll be back with Customer Appreciation Week, and you will see me all week long, Monday through Friday, multiple times a day. You'll be so sick of me by the end of next week. You'll be glad Customer Appreciation Week is over.
No, we can't get enough of you, Sarah. You know that.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait. We have some of the best names in the business coming to hang out with us next week. Not only Joyce, but we've got Abby Berta, Cassandra Spicer, Jill Wiseman, Nilay Patel, Sam Siegel, Kay Goss. I mean, the list is too long to really even go through every name. So if you haven't heard of Customer Appreciation Week, go to the Softflex Company website. It's right in the header. Click on it, read the whole page, and you'll see what is up with Customer Appreciation Week. But it's a whole week of fun, free inspiration, streaming right to your home through our Facebook and our YouTube channel. And you can join in as many, and everything's available on replay after as well. Everything. So it's really fantastic. It's going to be a great time. I hope you are going to be there with us next week for that. And I think that's it. Get your kits, go to the website, spend over $59, get a $10 off if you have a kit in your order, get free shipping if you're over $65. All of that's happening on the Softflex Company website. And that's where you can find those adorable little charms that I was using today. And I'll probably do a quick little reel about Harry Potter jewelry before I'm done today. So look for that as well on our Instagram page. Can I get a really good photo of that beautiful bracelet that you made so that we can post it onto our Instagram, Joyce, when you get a chance? First, she's going to go fix the Customer Appreciation Week kit.
Then I'm going to do that first.
Go get us a photo. Then she's going to plan her first Softflex video.
Project. Okay. All right.
I love you, Joyce. Thank you for being here.
I
Thanks
love
for
you
being an
too.
awesome coworker. You are the
Oh,
best.
thank you.
And I'll see all of you guys next week. Get some rest this weekend. We got a lot of making to do next week. Bye, everybody.